Hello, you little sugar snap. How are you tonight? I am fantastic. So I got my hands on some of the new Artist Loft ready to pour paints. So what these are is they are mixed with everything that you need to do an acrylic pour. So literally you pour it in the cup, pour it on your canvas. That's it. You don't have to do anything. I mean, if you want to have some cells, you buy yourself a bottle of silicone. I have this linked in my Amazon shop. And I'm going to link these also if I can find them, which I'm sure that I hope I can find them. If not, they are sold at Michael's. So let's see how they perform. Now, I've seen a couple of other people use these. Some like them, some don't. I did try this type of a product before that Joann's and Hobby Lobby was selling, and I was not happy with the outcome of it. So I'm not sure how this one will work, but we'll see how it goes. So what I got was yellow, bright red, white, and bright blue. Instructions just say to pour onto a canvas or other hard substrates directly. No need to dilute with mediums. Dries within 24 hours. It says it's a low viscosity, easy flowing, glossy finish once dry, and that's about it. No other information on the bottles. So I noticed they are made with their level 1 paints, which they have different levels of paint when you buy Artist Loft. Level 1, the cheapest of the 3, is probably priced that way because it's got less pigment, and whatever base they use to mix it in is of a cheaper quality, all the way up to the finer brands. And there's a lot of brands that do that. It's just, paint is priced on how it's made and what it's made with. So I'm going to give these a shake, and we're going to get right into it. I'm going to do 2 pours. One is going to be a flip cup with silicone, and the other one's going to be a ring pour. So what I'm going to do for my silicone pour is I am going to put the paints in a cup, and I'm going to put a few drops of silicone in the mixture and give it a quick swirl and dump it out and see how it performs. So I'll go in first with some white. Let's see what the consistency of this paint is. I'll put some on the canvas here so we could see. It's pretty thin. I would say it's the consistency that you would want for a Dutch pour. So it's pretty thin. So there's some white, and I'm going to layer these in a specific way so that my colors work for me to create other colors. So blue and red make purple. So what I'll do is I'll put some blue. Then I'll put some red. I'll put a little more white to kind of separate them. It's kind of hard to pour out of those bottles. Then I'll do blue again. I'm trying to get it to not sink, but it's not very easy with this squirting out of a bottle. And then on top of that blue, I'm going to put some yellow to help make green. So in this pour, I should have some purple and green, even though I didn't use purple and green. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple of drops of my silicone in there. I put 8 drops in. And then I think what I'll do is I'll take the white and kind of squirt it into that silicone. Maybe mix it up a little bit. And then I'll do some of the red too. This way I won't even use the stick. And that should be plenty of paint. Okay, so I'm going to flip it on my canvas, and how I'm going to do that is I'm going to take this canvas like this and flip it onto the cup first. Even though the white paint is there, it's going to be a pain and get everywhere. But if you could see what just happened to me before I started this, it wouldn't matter because I'm literally drenched in white paint. It's dripping off of my pants onto my ruined rug. And I'm going to finish this video if it kills me. By the way, these white things that you're seeing right here are plumbing pieces that I got at Home Depot that I use for my stands. They work great. All right, so put your canvas on top of your cup. You can put it right in the center and flip it over while holding the cup from underneath. Then I'm going to take some white and just surround the cup a little bit. Take a stick and spread it out somewhat. Just a little bit, not a lot. I'm not covering the whole canvas because I have all that paint in the cup that is going to come flowing out here. I'm just kind of using this so that the paint in the cup has something to slide along. So this kind of setup is really, really good for beginners to get used to the idea or get used to the feel of doing this, period. Any technique you want. You don't have to worry about how to mix. You go out, you buy something like this, and you just go for it. And then if you like the art of pouring, then you start investing money into products. Now what I'm doing is I'm twisting the cup and lifting slightly, ever so slightly, just letting some of that paint come out. A little bit at a time. Okay, if you have a hard time with the cup suctioning to the canvas, you could take a little pin and pop some holes in it. That will help. See how it's moving on its own now? So I'm kind of just going all over the place here. I have a lot of paint in this cup. Way too much for this canvas. But it's okay. Okay, there we go. So now what I need to do is I'm going to torch first to pop my air bubbles so that they do not cause a problem when my paint is drying. And what it also does is help brings the silicone, see the cells coming up? Helps raise the silicone to the surface, and it helps spread that paint apart so that you can see the colors underneath. So now what I'm going to do is slowly tilt around some really, really round cells here. So that's nice. Like I said, I saw a couple people do it so far, and one liked it, one didn't. Let me come back this way a little bit. This is very colorful. So we'll come this way and then go back to the center. kind of cupping my hand on the corner there. And come back. I don't know, I'm kind of liking that. Let's go this way. Just take your time and go slow. I don't want to lose this area here. I love that. Absolutely love it. So just pay attention to your painting and your composition. Make sure that you don't go too fast and tilt something off that you really, really like. Kind of just helping the paint along here. All right, now I'm going to come back this way. I really like this painting. It's very, very funky looking. And look at all the colors we got. From just those 3 colors and the white. Big juicy cells. Look at that. That is really something. Now what I'm going to do over here, because I really don't want to tilt anymore. I love this. I have enough paint off of my canvas that I don't have to worry about tilting it anymore. I'm going to just take the white and I'm going to go just like this to cover up my bare spots. I'm going to kind of push it up to this area. And I'm going to tilt it a tiny, tiny bit this way. And I'm going to leave it alone. So that's the first one. That's a flip cup with silicone. If it claims it dries in 24 hours, it must have a like a Liquitex. Well, I know it has a Liquitex, some kind of a pouring medium in it. Maybe not Liquitex, but their brand that they use. And look at the cells still coming out. You know, I really like this. Some very, very odd caterpillar cells, which I will give you a close-up at the end of the video. But you know what? I am very happy with this. This may be my favorite new paint to pour with. Wow. That is spectacular. That really, really is pretty. I'm just like shocked right now over this. Wow. See, I do have a little bit of paint left in here. I'm wondering if I should just pour it on this one corner here, because I don't have a negative area with nothing in it anywhere else. So maybe if I just put some of this here and swipe it away. And if I don't like it, I can always tilt it just that little tiny bit more. Perfect. Just so it kind of matches the rest of the painting. Yep. Oh my Jesus, look at this thing. The things that are happening. You know, I torch and more are coming up. This is just spectacular. This is such an Alice in Wonderland theme. I love it. Okay. I'm going to pause you guys and get set up for the ring pour, but you know something, I don't know. I can't top a painting like this. This is amazing. You know, instead of doing the ring pour, because I know that others have done it already with this, let's try the Dutch pour, because I haven't seen anybody try a Dutch pour with it yet, but maybe they have. If they have, I'm sorry, I haven't seen it. So let's try that, shall we? Let's flood the canvas with the white. My fingers are getting sticky, so it dries pretty quick if that's happening already. I'm just going to tilt this around to coat the canvas. I like coating my canvases this way. I know you waste a little bit. In actuality, you could try to catch some of it in a cup. But I like coating my canvases this way, just so I don't have to touch the surface and it's nice and flat. So now if this works good, this will be a whole new way to do a Dutch pour, because, I mean, not a whole new way. It'll just be so simple, just straight out of the bottle. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, so I have that done. So let's layer our paints again. We'll do red, and blue to make purple, red, and yellow to make orange, and then yellow and blue to make green. Now I will warn you right now, these are pricey. They are, I believe, $15 a bottle, because you have to remember they're mixing it with pouring mediums, and pouring medium is expensive. So, but something like doing this with your grandkids over summer break, or your kids, you know, go get a couple of colors. As you see, with 3 colors in the white, you could do different color combinations. So now what I need to do is surround my puddle with some more white, so that I have enough to blow it over the colors without exposing my canvas. By the way, guys, look who's back. So now we want to blow the white over. Okay. And I'm going to blow up this way and that way. Paint's flying. It's flying. A little too much paint, but the whole point was to test it out to see if it would work, and it did. No cells. Then again, you wouldn't have cells in a pour like this with just pouring medium. You need to add silicone to have that. So let me just tilt this back a little tiny bit. I love, love, love this little ribbon effect right here. Yeah, it's really pretty. There you go. I'm going to leave it just like that. I'm just going to touch up my little corner here. And I just stuck my finger in. And that behaved really well. I like it, guys. I like it. For these two types of pours, I really like it. I like the simplicity. I like not having to mix the paint. I wish I could afford to use it all the time, but I can't. And, yeah. I like the way that it behaves. I am so tempted to touch this, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave it. Oh, from this angle, looking this way, that looks really sweet. All right, let me give you guys a close-up. Okay, so here's this one. From that way, it's pretty cool looking. It almost looks like some kind of a mountain or something. Or a cave. I don't know. The colors are very, very strong. I love that ribbon right there. Right here. Love the way that folds in like that. It's really, really pretty. All right, let's take a look at this beast over here. Here's my view, which I'm trying to avoid because of the lighting. Look at the depth in that. That is just astounding. Here is the flip cup. Let's go from this way. I mean, look at these cells. Now, I get cells when I want cells. I know how to get cells, but look at these cells. I mean, look at this right here. The caterpillar cells. Look at them over here. I mean, that's amazing. I am extremely, I don't know what this is. These lines, it's phenomenal. I am really impressed with this right now, and I hope you guys are too. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. All the links you need are in the description area. Click on show more and you shall see them. I will try to link these paints in my Amazon shop. If not, go to your local Michael's and try them out for yourself. As I said, the silicone is there, along with a bunch of other supplies that I use and love. And my friends, until next time, happy pouring.